morning, good morning, good morning, game changers, and welcome to Coffee in the Morning, hosted by SI 101 Baby, where I share my thoughts and ideas with you. Now, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, and right next to the subscribe button is a notification bell. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And then you are now a part of the Game Changers. Because over here, we're going to change the game together, baby. You and I. Now, today, we're going to tap into an access to success. So grab your favorite beverage now, and sip with me. Don't worry, I'll wait. Okay. Today, Game Changers, as I was preparing to get ready to record this morning, I kept feeling a feeling of procrastination. I just couldn't put together the notes that I had taken the day before. And I being me, had blamed it on myself. Well, Sean, there you go. Don't want to do nothing. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to put it out. Just go press through it. Press through the feeling that I was feeling. So, and me pressing through that, I began to go through things, gathering notes. Going through my day, getting ready, getting dressed, prepping to make the video. And I grabbed some notes. I had a pile of notes that I had compiled and began to go through them. And as I'm going through the notes, something caught my attention. So during this whole time, now when I'm prepping and getting ready, during that time, I am praying and thinking. My prayers and thoughts are always going during that time when I'm getting prepared to do these videos. So in that time, I'm sharing with God what I want my videos to be and how I want them to come out of what I'm trying to convey. And I found my personal vision from 2 years ago. And I began to thumb through it. Now, I'm going to make this long story short. I began to thumb through it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this has happened. Now, this is a personal vision that, like I said, I wrote 2 years ago. And I'm realizing on that vision, I guess you could say a goal chart, things have already happened. They have already taken place. So I'm looking at it, oh, I'm going to have to take this off. So now I have to revisit my personal vision or my personal goal setting board. And, but in me doing that, I kept seeing the steps that I was taking to eliminate some of the things off of that list. And I'm like, And on the bottom of it, on the very bottom of that paper said, carefully plan what you do. So, okay, I done went through that. Now and then all of a sudden it hit me and I just got to writing. So, got to writing. Access to success is what I came up with. So it wasn't the spirit of procrastination that was holding me. It was, no, I don't want that out there, Sean. I need this out there. So today we are going to talk about access to success. All right. Access to success. So today we're going to set in action our stance. You know, when you're boxing or any kind of stance, you standing at attention, whatever, your stance. We're going to set our stance, okay, on protecting our hearts, our minds, ourselves. We're going to set our stance on that today. We have to carefully guard our thoughts because they are the source that shape our lives. Okay, we have to carefully guard our thoughts because they are the source that shape our lives. Now this is the actual remedy for all issues of the mind. This is the actual remedy. This is the, I'm going to say cure. This is the actual cure for all remedies of the mind and the heart. Okay? Okay, first of all, because this remedy is for all the issues. Now, issues are things that come up, things that flow out of. Those are issues. And we have to protect our heart from hurting, and we have to protect it from being hurt. Now, we've been taught that love flows from our heart. This one. Love flows from our heart. But what I've learned is the heart they are talking about is here. Is in the mind. My neighbor is banging on that door. Wow. Sorry. It is referring to our minds. Okay? So in order to be successful in anything, and if y'all can hear that banging, I am truly sorry. My editing skills are not up to par. Number one. See this bang? Okay. So in order to be successful in anything, be it completing high school, college, launching a business or a product, a marriage, a relationship, or even life itself, in order to be successful in these things, and this applies to every aspect of our lives, we have to, in everything we do, if y'all don't hear nothing else, Sean say, hear this. In everything we do, we must consider it. Consider that thing. That means we have to, what? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Access to success. This is what we're talking about here. First off, you got to think about it. Oh my goodness. Think about it. Let that marinate. Sorry for the slurp. Okay. We have to think about it. Meaning, considering the consequences and the consequences, that knocking on that door is so distracting me right now. And the nature of the action of that thing. Why am I doing this? Or why should I be doing it? Or why not? We have to be thinking about these things so that we can remove obstacles that may come that will hinder us. So we have to be ahead of the game. So we have to think about it first. We have to consider that thing. Anything it is, whatever we do. We can't go out there half-cocked, willy-nilly, doing everything. We have to consider it. Even if it's just going to the store. Write your list out what you're going to the store. Because what happens when we go to the store and don't take a list? What happens? We go in there and we buy a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't even need. See there? A whole bunch of stuff. We didn't even need it. So consider. Think about it. Plan carefully what you do. And whatever you do will turn out right. But you have to plan it carefully. I know it sounds like a lot of work, don't it? But it really ain't. It's really easy. Now let's backtrack a little bit. You have to see the end of this thing, the perspective end of it, before you begin to proceed or execute it or carry it out in order to be successful in anything. You have to do that. You have to see the end of it first. You can't just jump out there and don't know what's at the bottom. That's like jumping in the fire. You don't know what's out there. So you have to. Number one, let me explain it. Number one, you have to see it. See there? You have to visualize it. Now, in seeing it allows your mind to believe it. Whatever it is, I'm going to be happy today. So you have to see that in your mind. And see it. Because when you see it, I'm going to be happy today. Now you see it in your mind, so you believe it, right? Because you've said it, you see it. Now once you see it, because now that's making you believe it, you plan it. You plan on what's going to make you happy today. What's going to make you happy today? Now, once you do that, you write it out. Writing it out only makes it real to you. These are the things that I'm going to do today to make it be. I'm not going to cuss nobody out today. I'm going to go to this and there. I'm going to take care of business today. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Whatever it is, I'm going to keep all negativity away from me today. Only positive thoughts today. Whatever it is that's going to make you happy, write it down. Because writing it down now makes it real. See, now once you've written it down, do it. Do it. Execute it. Do it. Because then that makes it happen. That's what makes it happen. Excuse me. You know how, okay, you know how you want to have pretty flowers out in front of your home, and you want the walkway lined with all those pretty annual flowers or perennials or what have you, the colorful ones that my mother used to put out every year. Or should I say we? But we would go out, we would dig up the dirt, put the plants out there, the little flowers, cover them back up and water them. Now, through the summer months, the weeds would get to coming up in there and tangling up in them, and now it's looking all strange and raggedy and ugly, and you got to go out there and pull out all the weeds and stuff because you want your flowers to look nice. Same thing. The stuff you want to be nice and pretty, you have to put that out there. Them weeds and stuff, we didn't put them weeds out there. They came up, and them thorns and stuff, that stuff came up on its own. We didn't plant that. It just automatically, naturally came up by itself. So if we wanted it pretty, we got to dig all that out. All the bad stuff, all the weeds, all the thorns and thistles, and we have to dig all that out so that it would remain pretty the remainder of the summer. So that's why I say we have to set the tone for our lives. We have to set the tone for our lives. We can't, write it down. We can't just let life happen. That's what I want to say. We can't just let life happen, because when we do that, those aspects of life that are oftentimes traumatic, painstaking, fueled by negativity, those types of things, they rule. They now take charge of how our life is going to go. They now, have free course in our life. Those things that naturally come up anyway. They naturally come up. There is nothing befalling you but that which is common to man. It happens. So we can't let those things rule. But if we purposefully set the tone or plan the way we are going to do any and everything in our lives, everything, we then expose ourselves or open up a window of access to success. See? So, that's why I couldn't get that other video out, because this was weighing on me so heavy I had to do it. Now, in closing, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you really didn't like it and you really didn't like what you heard, go hit it with a thumbs down. I'm going to love you anyway. And it ain't nothing you can do about that. Okay, and remember that it is what you do every day that creates your success or your failure. So I'm depending on you to create your best life ever. Now, repeat this after me. I believe that all things are possible and nothing is impossible because I'm possible. And that's SI 101, baby. I love you all. See you next time. Mwah.